NCIS, Tony and Ziva, S1XE7, Safehouse aftermath and Paris arrival set high stakes in Dark Mirror, analysis of cold open, Safehouse repercussions and Tony and Ziva's arrival in Paris in NCIS episode 7 of season 1 warning. Spoilers: the compelling cold open of NCIS, Tony and Ziva season 1 episode 7, Dark Mirror, which aired on Paramount Plus on October 2, 2025, is examined in this analysis. If you haven't seen it yet, do so right now. This opening sequence, which takes place after a Safehouse attack and ends with a suspenseful arrival in Paris, sets the tone for the spin-off's 88% Rotten Tomatoes rating. The chilly beginning of the 45-minute episode, which was written by Frank Cardea and directed by Norberto Barba, sets the stage for Tony Donoso, Michael Weatherly, and Ziva Davids, Cote de Pablo, crucial mission. Context of the episode: limited spoilers. Following the Safehouse siege in episode 6, Tony and Ziva escape to Paris in order to sneak into a reigning fire tech expo and prevent renegade former Interpol agents Jonah Markham, Julian Ovenden, and Martine Aronau, Nassima Benchiku, from killing CEO Aaron Graves, Sean Pertwee, and taking control of his drone company. As ally Boris, Maximilian Asinski, decodes a chip revealing Jonah's lies about targeting Tali, S1XE7. Flashbacks show Jonah's staged Balkan tragedy and Martine's Syrian grief. Martine's devotion is shattered by Ziva's altercation in the café, and the threat is increased by Jonah's Interpol warrants. These stakes are established by the frigid open, which focuses the action on family and desperation. Cold open, arrival in Paris and Safehouse aftermath, midnight to 5 o'clock, setting. Following the drone attack in episode 6, the scene begins in a dimly lit Vienna safehouse with broken glass and flickering lights. Filmed in Prague for gritty reality, it shifts to a wet Paris night with cobblestones and neon-lit streets. The throbbing violins in the score heighten the sense of urgency. Crucial action: Safehouse repercussions. Their nanny, Sophie, Lara Rossi, was hurt in the drone strike and Tony tends to her wound. Ziva holds Tali, S1XE7, who is distraught by her deepfake treachery in episode 6, leaking Tony's company info. By breaking Martine's "no kids" coding, Boris decodes a scavenged chip and discovers Jonah's directives to use deepfakes to target Tali. "He's using our daughter," Ziva says, her eyes hardening. "Paris, now, we're not safe here," Tony says, ordering an evacuation. Arrival in Paris. In a suspenseful automobile pursuit through the outskirts of Vienna, Tiva avoids an Interpol tail, caused by Jonah's warrants. They reach Ziva's former therapist's apartment in Paris, which serves as a safe house. Guest star James Lance as Dr. Lang's partner. Boris flags Jonah and Martine at the reigning fire expo while setting up tech. "As a couple, we go in, find the drone, stop the hit," Ziva explains. Visuals: Tali's terrified face and Tony's tightened jaw are shown in close-up as the action switches between the pandemonium of Vienna, smoke, debris, and the damp streets of Paris. A persistent drone buzz connects to Jonah's scheme. Emotional beat: Ziva consoles Tali, revealing her regret over her fictitious death from NCIS season 11. "I left you both, how do I fix this?" According to TV Fanatic, Tony's kind words, "We're in this together," reassure but also allude to stress. Tali's worry grounds the issue in family by preparing her eventual plea: "I don't want you getting back together." Why it is important: Collider describes the cold open as a gut punch, combining raw family stakes with visceral action. Its urgent tone, which sets up Tiva's undercover mission and the villain's fracture, is praised by Primetimer. Effect on the season and episode: the emotional risks for Tiva. By linking the assignment to Tali's safety, the scene intensifies Ziva's subsequent café altercation with Martine, which reveals Jonah's deceit. According to Sportskeeda, Tony's determination and Ziva's shame presage their conversation with Tali, making family the focal point of the show. Mission setup: the expo infiltration and Ziva's calculated move to sever Martine's allegiance are set up after Boris's chip decode exposes Jonah's treachery. This grounds the espionage in personal grudges, according to the Wrap. Tiva's high-risk cover begins with the arrival in Paris, and warrants are imminent. Thematic resonance: according to Fandom Wire, the episode's overarching theme is reflected in the cold open's trust issues, such as Jonah's lies and Ziva's guilt. It establishes the villain's breach by connecting Martine's eventual skepticism to Tiva's family's hardships. A critical view TV The chilly beginning is described by Fanatic as heart-wrenching and a perfect setup for Tiva's storyline. Collider commends it for its visceral urgency, which combines emotion and action. Although some people find the later memories boring, Primetimer says it sets a relentless pace. Despite Jonah's ambiguous end goal, the rap praises Tali's fear as the emotional anchor. Safehouse opener was intense, Tiva's family vibes hit hard, exclaim IMDb fans. Seasonal consequences Tiva's arc, Episode 8, Face Value, October 9th, follows Tiva's trust issues and Tali's plea, which are set up by the cold open's family focus. Mission momentum, Jonah's warrants raise the stakes as the Chip and Paris's arrival set off the Expo storyline. Villain fracture, according to Sportskeeda, Jonah's deception about Tali sets the stage for Martine's treachery, which ultimately shapes the season's finale.